Hi, welcome to the Pi Dashboard November 2020 update video. Before we begin, let me remind you that you can find the release notes and supporting documents for this November release on our customer portal. In this video, we'll be looking at new features and explaining what's changed in the latest version of the dashboard. We'll cover some of these features with a short demonstration. Currently, the size of text in card chart types changes depending on the size of the cell. There is now an option to turn on or off auto scale. Turning this option on will scale the content to fit the size of the chart, and any sizes defined on the card chart, i.e. text size and custom HTML style sizes, will be in proportion to the cell size. Here's Adil with a quick demonstration.
So another addition into the November release is the auto scale option for the card chart type. So this is located within the edit chart screen in the top right hand corner when you have a card chart type. Now what this button allows you to do is it allows you to make the whole card chart type work with fixed sizes. So currently the size within the card chart type changes depending on the cell size. So as you can see from this example, we have this text here and we have it without auto scale, and if I save this chart you can see that the text appears in this card chart. Now when I turn on the option for the auto scale, you can see that it changes and makes it work with fixed sizes.
Thanks Adil for running us through that demonstration. The chart fetch from DB runtime is now being recorded in MIS audits. A new audit type, total time spent to fetch a chart, has also been added. When multiple filters were added to a chart using the same data object, the first filter was being overwritten when a second filter using the same data object was added. Here's Adil with a quick demonstration.
So another fix we've included in the November release is the fix for the difference in displays for chart filters and temporary filters. So previously, when you had two chart filters defined, as shown on the screen now, and then you went into the temporary filter section, you would only see one of the chart filters defined in here. But now in the new version, if you have two chart filters defined, as you can see here, and if you head over into the temporary filter section, you shall see both of the chart filters defined within the temporary filter section.
Thanks Adil for running us through that demonstration. This functionality creates a subtotal at each break in items in a dimension. This works by sorting the data in a dimension into ascending order and then adding a subtotal at each change in data. There has been a number of changes with regards to table functionality. I'll pass over to Adil now, who will cover these in a demonstration.
So one of our biggest changes to enter the November release is the new table library. Previously we were using hands-on table and we have now changed this to use AG Grid. The reason for this change is due to AG Grid being a better table library which allows us to implement some of our roadmap items for tables. It also allows us to fix some issues that the hands-on table library wasn't able to do so. Now it is important to note that with a critical change like this, your tables may feel and look slightly different to how they did before. This is to be expected and is a necessary step in order for us to continue delivering table-related roadmap items. This change also includes fixes for issues we were facing with the old table library and brings along some new table features which were previously unavailable. So as you can see from the table we have in front of us, it looks fairly similar to the table we had previously, with the main differences being within the attribute section of the chart editor. So now you can still create tables via the chart section, and we have similar three options of table, rotated table and editable table, as I will show you now. All three of these table types have been converted to use the new table library, and also creating crosstabs is exactly how it was previously, by entering data within the header section. Now if we head over into the attribute section, you shall see some familiar features such as the show row numbers and also the column width sizing. Everything you could do with the old table library you can do with this new one. What you will also see is some new options such as the subtotal break. Now, the subtotal break functionality is only available to the table chart types and can be applied to dimensions only. You can also create multiple breaks for as many dimensions your table has. Another important thing to note is that sorting via a header will not work if you have subtotal breaks enabled. The data is also sorted automatically in an ascending order, which can be manually changed by defining a sort within the chart editor. Now, as you can see from this table, I have show dimension subtotal break turned on, and I have the column total type by count. And as you can see here, we have 3 consultants, and it gives us a subtotal break here, and the number also is totaled by sum, as you can see here. So it shows us the total values in between there. In addition to the change of the table library, we've also had to update the way our themes worked. The reason for this is due to a default setting within the new table library which affects padding within a certain CSS property. Now this will be expanded upon when we come to the themes section of the release video.
When users have changed one of our default themes during an installation, the following will happen. If you're using Windows, a backup is taken of the themes folder before an upgrade. Users will then be able to retrieve a modified Pi theme from this folder. Linux, when upgrading, only user-created themes will be copied into the new dashboard, and Docker, when upgrading, all Pi themes will be overwritten.
So another important addition into the November release is the creation of theme backups. As stated in the release video already, changes made to the new table library meant we had to handle the new table library theme migration in a different way. For those users who are using CSS styling padding and added this to the property style table body cell, then AGGrid by default contains a padding left and padding right of 13 pixels. This is vital for the vertical scroll of the table in AGGrid, as it will draw the scroll bar inside the table as opposed to the outside. If this is changed, then the scroll bar will appear on top of the cell content. If you do use this, it is recommended you change your padding settings on Pi style table body cell so it's bigger than 13 pixels. Migrations were created for themes where we migrated our themes padding from padding 5 pixels to padding top and padding bottom 5 pixels. But if you have done any more styling than our default, then you're required to make the changes mentioned. As you can see on the screen, we've got the Pi style table body cell here, and after the migration is done, padding top 5 pixels and padding bottom 5 pixels appears here. There are also some other important factors to note with themes backups. First thing to note is that no user's themes will be affected. So if you have created your own theme, they will not be affected by this. We are currently only overriding our own themes that ship with the dashboard. Users should create duplicates of the themes given by Panintelligence and create their own themes. If a Panintelligence theme, so the themes that ship with the dashboard, are changed, then we override those themes. This is due to users needing to create their own themes rather than changing existing themes. So if a user has changed a Panintelligence theme directly, then in a Windows environment, we create a backup themes folder before the upgrade takes place. Now I can just show you where this is located. So if we head over into the dashboard Pi, dashboard folder, and then you're going to want to head over into Tomcat, and then web apps, and Pan MIS dashboard resources, and then you'll see a themes backup folder. And in here, this is where you can locate your themes. So you'll have a themes dashboard upgrade where it will show you all the themes that were there previously. So this can be located in the following places as I've mentioned. The themes dashboard upgrade folder is the one that you're looking for. Users can retrieve a theme from here if they have changed it, but it is recommended that you duplicate and rename a theme if you wish to edit the theme, rather than directly edit a Panintelligence theme. This will prevent the upgrade from overriding the theme and having to dig it out from the backup folder mentioned. In Linux, when you run the upgrade script, we will only copy the user themes into the new dashboard. This means that if you have edited an original theme from Panintelligence in the old dashboard, they will not be copied into the new one. It is recommended for Linux users to change their theme name so that their theme is copied over. Otherwise, you will need to retrieve your theme manually from the old dashboard if you have edited the Panintelligence theme directly. In Docker, we recommend users to conduct your own backup before upgrading. It is crucial that if you have directly changed a Panintelligence theme, that you rename it and create a backup, as the upgrade process on Docker will override our themes. All this information is available on the release notes. If you require further assistance or unsure of any of the information provided, then please get in touch with our support team.
Thanks, Adil, for running us through that demonstration. A Reset All Category Filters button has been added to the navigation bar in this release, and the Category Object Reset button has been removed. The Reset All Category Filter button will reset category objects to default values, parent filters to none, temporary filters to none, and drill downs to the top level. I'll now pass over to Adil for a quick demonstration.
So another new addition to the November release is the move of the Reset All Category Filters button to the navigation bar. So this implementation also removes the Category Object Reset button. So as you can see in the previous version, when you had a category object, you had the reset button that was placed here. And now in the new version, that button has disappeared and moved to here in this location. Now this new button will affect the following. So when you have a parent filter defined, it shall reset the chart to a default state. When you have a category object defined, as shown here, and you hit the reset to default view, it will reset that as well. When you have a temporary filter defined, so if I set up a temporary filter here, a department equaling to consultant, and if I hit the reset button, it should reset that category to default state. And if I drill down into this chart and I hit the reset button, it will bring it back to the top level.
Thanks, Adil, for running us through that demonstration. DynamoDB connector has been added to the dashboard. To use this connection, you will need to specify the AWS region that you want to connect to and AWS credentials. The redirect to default category state functionality was not applying date range category objects correctly into iframe categories. This was due to missing locale on URLs. I'll now pass over to Adil for a quick demonstration.
So another fix we have included in the November release is the redirect to default category state functionality, not applying date range category objects correctly into iframe categories. So as you can see, we have a category here which has a date range category object. It also has a default category object assigned to it. Now when I go to my embedded page and if I hit refresh on here, what you shall see is the category will appear with the default value defined. Previously this was not happening.
Thanks, Adil, for running us through that demonstration. Variables can now be flagged as secure and used for database usernames and passwords. Secure variables will not work in locations other than those, and the use of secure variables for a database username and/or password will disable any connection pooling for that connection. A Docker health check has been added to the all-in-one Docker container and each individual container, except for the database container. PyAnalytics has been renamed to PyPredict in all user-visible text. When a top 10 filter is being used with a measure, the subtotal data is not displaying correctly. In the following screenshot, we can see that the sales data is not grouped correctly. Due to browser security improvements, embedding charts in other applications using Chrome may require HTTPS and extra cookie configuration. Support can provide further assistance if required. If you need to get hold of us at Pan Intelligence, our main switchboard number has changed to +44 0 113 539 5777. That's all for this release. We hope you've enjoyed this look at what's changed and the new features. Please do continue to send us your feedback on things that you'd like to see in future releases. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back again soon with more information on changes to the dashboard.